What's up, guys? It's your boy Kittens coming back to you guys with a story time. And this is some crap that I was thinking about. This is the story of the worst Facebook argument that I was ever a part of. 100 plus comments, all coming at me, like just straight up because of some shit. And there is so much random story in it. I'm not gonna use any like original names or whatever. But it's just so much stuff to talk about. So many details for this. So how this starts is I was calling out one of our friends super hard for making some fake drama, okay? And then I later on called them out again, which is kind of where I got in trouble. And that's where like the 100 plus comment post comes out because some of our other friends were like defending them and like trying to call me out for nothing. So like there's kind of the summary. So what happened? I was messaging one of my friends, Kirsten, right? Just over text or whatever. At the time, she was like bouncing around between boyfriends or whatever and was living with one of our friends, with them or whatever. And I was talking to her over text and was talking to her about this girl that I was deeply in love with. For many years, we were like friends with benefits for like 2 or 3 years straight. And it got cloudy, murky pretty quick. When it's like friends with benefits, but we're like clearly in a relationship. Like that kind of a thing. Like I would totally have married her kind of crap. Like good stuff, great stuff. Well, like at that time, the girl that I was talking to, she was off in the military or whatever. So I wasn't really talking to her, and I understood that she was going to be doing her own thing for years. And I was still hoping to like see her again and rekindle that relationship, right? So I was talking to Kirsten, kind of like emotionally gushing about that, going like, I don't know what to do because I love this girl, but like she's over there and like I can't talk to her, like all this stuff, right? Like what should I do? Like straight up like advice, like asking for advice in that situation. And straight up, she went on Facebook and just was like, yo, Nelson was like hitting me up in my DMs trying to get my booty. And I was sitting there like, you can't be fucking serious. Like I straight up was like, you can't be fucking serious. So like I went on Facebook, called her out so hard. Like it was on the level of like, I want you to post the screenshots. I straight up was like, if you're going to say this shit and think it's true, post the screenshots. I was like, I know you have them. Like, she refused. Or she did. I can't remember. I wish I saved it, dude. This was like literally like 4 or 5 years ago. So after that happened, called her out super hard. Okay. Later on, she was starting more fake drama with someone else inside of the friend circle, but like it was like publicly on Facebook or whatever. So knowing me, being the asshole I am, I post on the thing and go, oh, so just like the situation with me where you're just bullshitting, like just straight up like probably lying about this one too. Like, like no bullshit. What happened was 2 of my other friends that had become distant from me without me knowing suddenly came out with all of the reasons that they hate me. Okay? Like, this is like another situation with 2 other friends. Okay? Now, the interesting thing here is this is our friend, Candace and Chris is what we'll say. Season C's. And, what happened was that Chris was super ridiculously controlling, like way too controlling. We were friends with both of them for many years. And what happened was Chris started like removing Candace's friends from her Facebook and like trying to like isolate her from the friend group and stuff to the point where like we didn't see her for like a year or 2, like straight up, like she removed me from Facebook and I didn't know why, but it was actually Chris that went on her Facebook, removed me and like a bunch of dudes, like not just like a bunch of dudes. And we only figured this out like a year later, right? Like they got in this whole argument, they're breaking up, like all this shit, like whatever. I randomly run into her in like Newark or whatever. I was hanging out with some of my buds. So we like go out and we get some drinks together and get some stuff or whatever. And she like bought me a drink. So I was like, oh, well, we're doing this party later. And it was my birthday. So I was like, oh, well, come over for the party and I'll get some beers and some whatever. So like a week later, she comes over for the party, single. I buy her favorite beer, which also is my mom's favorite beer. Same beer. Okay. Like, it's not a big deal. I bought a favorite beer of mine, favorite beer of my mom's that Candace also likes, and then like some random other stuff or whatever, right? Now we're there. She's like talking about how he's way controlling, how like he deleted all these people. I like, talked to her about like, oh, like I thought you just deleted me like, like randomly or whatever for whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't think I did anything. And she was like, oh, that was Chris. Like, just straight up was like, he deleted a bunch of people across the board. He's an asshole this, asshole that. 2 or 3 days later, they're back together. Like, straight up. Like, yo. Now, the thing that happened is apparently Chris was very pissed off that I invited his ex-girlfriend, who I was friends with before he ever met. Like, he literally met her at my house. Like, fucked her in my house. On the bed in the 3rd floor. Like, really? Like, straight up. He's mad that I invited her to my birthday party and bought her beer that she likes. Okay, so like, straight up in this Facebook post where I'm calling out this other friend, C's, K's, Kirsten, there we go. And, straight up, like, they're sitting there blasting me with, like, out of nowhere. I had no idea. I had no idea that they were mad. I had no idea that he gave a shit. Like, no idea. Like, and like, he's like, you're a terrible friend. You're this, that, and the other. Like, you're an asshole. And I straight up hit him with, like, he hit me with, like, if I ever see you, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And I straight up was like, you're saying that? Like, I've literally had you in my house after your parents hit you and literally kicked you out. I was straight up like, honestly, shut the fuck up. Like, I've been there for you, in ways that like other people just straight up haven't. I was straight up just like, shut the fuck up. Like just not even. Like, I was like, you know what? Like, blast me like that. I'll just put it out there. Like, you came over to my house that one time. You got kicked out after your parents were beating on you. Like, you're really gonna say that shit? It's like, whatever, dude. Fuck off. So, yeah. That post, like, the funniest part was the girl that I, like, really cared about and, like, was like, oh, like, I'm in love with this person, whatever, and, like, she saw the post and she straight up, like, messaged me or something, was like, she was like, hey, like, I'm seeing the post or whatever, and, like, I'm so sorry that, like, that's happening, like, your friends are, like, saying that shit, and I was just like, no big deal, like, it's just what it is. And, I can't remember if she, like, DM'd me about it or was, like, posting on the thing or whatever. One or the other. Now, the even funnier part about this is this, like, 100 comment long hating on Nelson thing. First off, never happens. I never do anything. Like, this was, like, not even me. I did nothing. Okay? Like, I did nothing. Nothing wrong. Like, and this is the only time this has happened. Even worse, this was on my best friend of all times put on his thing. And like, if you know who my best friend ever is, like, that was just wrong. Like, you never argue in front of him. Like, never. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, for him, it doesn't matter if you guys are arguing or like hate each other or like just got in a fight. If he's in the room and you're both there, you're not arguing. Like, it's just that you're both friends, and that's it. Like, that's it. So, like, it happened on his posts, on his fucking Facebook, and he messaged me and was like, dude, like, this is fucked up. Like, it just fucking deleted it. Just deleted everything. And he was like, you need to, like, not message these people now. Like, I'm sitting there like, that's fine. Like, oh. Yeah, that's the story of the most ridiculous Facebook war post directed at me that's ever happened. I will say, I think the direct thing that I commented, right, that definitely ignited this fire, like way worse, was when the CNC, Candice and Chris, when they were saying like I was such a terrible friend and everything. I straight up was like, hey, like we're adults, like you're gonna have to get used to like people going to people's birthday parties. I straight up was like, I'm sorry, but like if you're not okay with people going to another person's birthday party, then like what's the problem here? The guy straight up was like describe what your problem is, because what happened was like just like a straight up like, and I was like it definitely that I didn't do anything, definitely sparked some fires, you know what I mean? It was kind of like it was my turn to be the asshole, and I like was just like, yeah, fuck that, I'm nice. Like fuck you guys, like so, man, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Kittens. Expect some more of these life stories. Sometimes I sit around and reminisce about my legendness, but I'd like to share some of those stories. And honestly, it's embarrassing if no one watches them. So hopefully you guys do and enjoy these ones as much as like the gaming content or whatever. Just on a personal note, it's embarrassing to tell stories like this. That's what it is. Peace.